What is going on, guys? It is Snorlaxus here, and I am bringing you what is week 2 of the PBF. Again, this is a post-com just because if you didn't watch my week 1, which just uploaded, go ahead and watch that. But I kind of explained I was sick for a couple weeks, and school started back up, and a lot of other stuff was going on, so I just didn't have any time to do live com, and plus I was pretty sick, didn't really have much of a voice, which I still have issues with that, so it just didn't make sense to do it. But I am up against my good pal, AAA Battery, and he is bringing a very threatening squad. He has his Mega Altaria, Gengar, Incineroar, Celesteela, Excelgor, and Celebi, and I brought the same 6 bonds I did the first week. It is not the same team, though. I do have different items, different moves, different abilities, etc. So I brought my Thunderous Tea again, Blacephalon, Hydreigon, Empoleon, Mega Gallade, and Miltank. So without further ado, I'll just go right ahead and hop on into this battle. So as you can see, he starts out with his Incineroar, and I start out with my Thunderous. Really, this is the one Mon I really did not want to see starting out, because if he is a bulkier variant, especially Assault Vest, he's going to kind of eat whatever I do, and he can deal quite a bit of damage to me. So I just want to get right head out of there, as I am kind of a setup Life Orb attacker. So I go in my Melting as he shows the U-turn, which at that point I'm thinking he's probably Scarf. So he goes into his Excelgor, and I assume he's just going to start setting up his hazards, and that's fine by me. I'm like, I can sit here and I can deal some damage to him. I can two-shot him. I have Fire Punch. But he shows that he is Life Orb, and he does a lot of damage to me. So wanting to save my Melting, I'm going to get out of here and go into my Blacephalon, and knowing that he can't one-shot me. But he sets up that Toxic Spike and gets on out of there and goes into his Incineroar. Assuming that he would switch into that Incineroar, I went for the knockoff, kind of my tech move, even though I'm scarfed into it, knowing that I'd be switching out anyway, and I want to get rid of the item on whatever he goes into, specifically that Incineroar, though, and he does show the Assault Vest. So this is good for me, because I do have quite a few special attackers on this team. Blacephalon wouldn't really be doing much anyway, but now Hydreigon, Thunderous, and Empoleon can do some decent damage, which I will be going into my Empoleon here, which I do have some speed. Oh no, I'm going to go into my Melting first and sack that, just because it's low enough where it's not going to be super helpful versus the rest of his team. And then I go into my Empoleon. Here, I kind of assume he's going to think that I'm going to either set Rocks or Defog, so he's either going to go for like a Flare Blitz and just get some damage off, or he is going to switch out, which he ends up going for the U-turn as I set my Rocks, which just surprised me that I was faster. I think I have maybe a couple EVs in speed, just because I had extra leftover at the rest of mine, but I'm not fast by any means, showing that he was definitely slow, very bulky, which is good to know for later on that he does have that bulk investment. So here he goes into a Celebi. I have a Shuckerberry, and I do have some offensive investment, so I decided I'm going to start firing off moves, trying to damage his team here, assuming that he's either going to go for that Earth Power or he's going to switch out, fearing an Ice move or an X Scissor. I think Napoleon is X Scissor. I'm not carrying it, but I'm not sure on that, or a knockoff or something. But he just goes ahead here and goes for the U-turn, assuming I'm going to switch out, which is good for me as I just fire off an Ice Beam here. So his Celesteela is going to take Rocks and Ice Beam and get some good damage off. And he goes right back into that Celebi on the Scald, which is not a bad play, but now he's starting to get lower too. So I'm quite happy with how's it going. As he gets up his Rocks, I go for another Ice Beam, and I'm like, all right, one more, he's down. But I completely forget that Celebi gets to recover, and I'm like, oh, crap. So he is bulky enough where he's going to be eating those Ice Beams and just kind of keep on recovering on up. So I was going to be switching out here probably into my Blacephalon, but I get the Freeze, which in the long scheme was unfortunate for him, although he does have that natural cure. So he switches out, goes into his Excelgor and stacks it off, which is unfortunate for him that he couldn't save that Excelgor, but it's nice for me. So then he goes into the Celesteela as he fires off the Z Earthquake. But like I said, I have that Shuckerberry, and it does very little damage. So I'm able to fire for Scald. Don't get the burn, unfortunately, but I am able to live that second Earthquake and then take out the Celesteela. So my Empoleon has done its job. It got Rocks up, which is super nice for taking out a potential Slash on Gengar, doing 25 to that Excelgor, and then Incineroar and Mega Altaria before it Megas. And it took out the rest of the Excelgor and the Celesteela. Got some good damage on Celebi. It did great. So I'm just going to go ahead and let it go down here. I believe I just go for the Ice Beam in case he were to set up, but he doesn't. He just takes me out. So this is my chance here, I think. I go into my Thunderous. I did not take full advantage of my Thunderous in the first match. If you didn't watch it, I lost 3-0. I had a chance early on that where I could have set up or could have started firing off offensive moves. Just kind of took it too cautiously. So I just go right ahead for my Sludge Wave here, and I do take him out. Unless he was max HP and a lot of special defense, from 75%, he wasn't going to be living that, as I am modest, I believe. And obviously, that's super effective, and Thunderous Tease has ridiculous special attack. So he just goes ahead and goes down. At this point, he's kind of in trouble, and he knows it. So he goes into his Gengar, which is his one thing that will be faster than me, but is not able to kill me. It was a roll. With my investment, it was about 50-50. I think it was slightly in my favor, which I end up going down on my own life for, but I take down his Gengar with me. So this is looking very good then. He just has the half health Celebi left, and then the Incineroar, which will take rocks. And I decide that both my Mega Glade and my Hydreigon could do well, but my Mega Glade could have some issues without having X Scissor versus that Celebi. So I go into my Hydreigon, take out the Celebi, fire off one Earth Power, and be able to eat a Drain Punch, and then just take him out with one more Earth Power. End up winning 3-0 and basically neutralizing my week from last week. So I am now 1-1, 0 differential. It was a very good match. Good job to AAA. Very fun. It was obviously nice for me to get that victory. I look forward to potentially playing him again later in playoffs. Same thing with Sebi from week 1. They're both very good people, very good battlers. I'll post any of AAA stuff I find in the description. But until then, I will hopefully upload that week 3 match live. If not, it'll be another postcom, just casual postcom. But I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, drop a like, subscribe, give me a comment, tell you what you like about the video, what you think I should do differently. I'm using a new way to capture my screen, finally able to actually upload, like I've talked about that in any of my past videos, which I've now deleted a few of them just because they were not high quality with what I was trying to use, and then OBS doesn't work. So if you have any suggestions for me, go ahead, and I'll see what I can do about them. But yeah, hope you enjoyed.